going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Gutterball Podcast 116 with your fantastic hosts, Paul and Ruby. We're going to be jumping into some hot topics this week. Remember, everybody, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Thank you so much for being here. Ruby, how's it going?
Pretty good, Paul. Throat's a little rough today. I've been kind of having like an on and off sore throat for the last week. Like I wake up one day, no sore throat. Next day, I think it has something to do with sucking cock. That might be a correlation. No, I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here. Got a lot of great topics, a lot of great jokes. Paul, what's up? What's new? What's popping in your world?
Not much new. Pretty average work week. Nice short week. Only 4 days, with the holiday there on Monday. Just chilling. Not bad. Doing good.
Yeah, I kind of forget it was a holiday on Monday. If I don't.
Yeah, even though it's only been a 4-day week, it's went incredibly slow. Like today feels like Friday, and it's like it doesn't make sense because really it should feel like Wednesday.
That's true. Well, that's nice though. I didn't get it off, so. But should we jump into song of the week? Paul, you got anything this week? Could knock that right out. Nothing. All right, disappointment. That's cool because I got some stuff to talk about. Well, I went to Thrifting the other day. Every time I go thrifting, I look at the CDs. I end up finding about 10 CDs that I want, but I end up whittling down to 2. When I was the other day, I found like 12 CDs, but I ended up only picking up 2 because I was like, I can't buy. They're like $3 a piece, but I found Chumbawamba's Thumper. And
that's a great CD.
It's a great CD, and it's an even better cover. It's just like it reminds you of that, they're cooking the monkey and open the pot, and it's the monkey's face is like disintegrated.
That's terrible.
Yeah, that's what it is. They cook the monkey brain and stuff.
Was that like Indiana Jones? The boil.
That's what they do. They boil it. That's what they do. I haven't seen that. They generally eat monkey brain and shit, and the inside's pretty cool. Got the guy spit. You never know what the Chumbawamba CD looks like unless you bought it. You didn't know it looked like this. I didn't know it either. Pretty neat. And so that's pretty
cool.
Get
knocked down. Then I get up again. It's on that one, right?
Oh yeah, it's on there. It's the first one. It's the title track. And then I got Spider-Man 3's soundtrack. It's pretty good. Pick that up. Had to grab that one.
Okay, hold on. Is that the one that's got the Nickelback song, or is that Spider-Man 2?
No, that's Spider-Man 2. There is no Nickelback. I think this is more of the motion picture and music inspired, so it does have the song where he's walking down and doing the emo Spider-Man.
Oh my God.
It has those, but I don't think
That's
it has
funny.
like any of the title ones. And you got emo Spider-Man on the middle there, so it's a treat. Might as well pick up a nice CD.
How much were those CDs?
$3 a piece. A little pricey, so that's why.
That's pricey. What the heck?
Yeah, it's a little much, but I usually end up getting like 2 CDs when I'm there. They had like 4 copies of a Blues Traveler Run Around, that album, and I already have it, but I'm like, why is there so many of these? What the fuck is going on here?
It sold well.
Yeah, dude, there was so much. Now I'm blanking on it, but there was like one that I just kept finding. I'm like, why is there so many of these? Like some grandma just dished them. And I looked through the records. I found a couple really cool old Golden Finger and Golden Gun records.
Oh, that's cool.
James Bond. Oh, the soundtrack from him. That was cool. He's on the cover with a gun, and he's got like a bunch of bitches, and they're all naked and shit with their tits out, like hanging on to him. It's badass, dude. And it's like he's fucking standing there with the gun. It's cool.
Why don't they do cool shit like that anymore?
I don't know. I think that's Connery's Bond. Best Bond. He just looks like him. But
sometimes you need to give him a smack in the mouth.
I need a smack in the mouth.
Terrible.
Yeah.
Give a woman a good old whooping.
Is that what he says?
Have you seen that? No, have you seen? There's like an interview where Sean Connery's talking about sometimes it's okay to smack your woman around a bit if she ain't listening. Like, and people it was like he was trying. This was like him trying, him getting canceled back then. Like like he hits women. He's like, well, sometimes they just need a little smack in the mouth. Whatever. It's terrible.
Yeah, I mean, chalk it up to the product of the times. Sometimes you need a little smack in the mouth. I don't know. I mean, how else are you gonna keep him quiet?
Was she being annoying? That's terrible.
And yeah, those are my music picks of the week. I have been listening to Vomit Forth. Other than that, I got really nothing else to talk about.
All right, well, we're already here though. What other thrifting finds? Is there anything else you have to share?
That's perfect. Great. A lot of garbage, Paul. A lot of garbage in the thrifting sphere. Actually, I did pick up some nice shit. I found a Jungle Boy shirt for $4. Normally, they're like $40, so I snagged that up.
Oh, like Jungle Boy boxing?
Yeah, Jungle Boy boxing. I'm like, ooh, that's pretty nice. I got that for $4. I'm gonna walk in there.
Let me grab that from you.
No, it's too small. It wouldn't even fit you. It is small. gonna crop it. So
Smalls will fit me.
okay, well, I forgot you're literally a Cheerio, so
I'm just
forget about
kidding.
that.
They fit me if I want to look buff.
Yeah, yeah. I picked up a nice little mount for my car excuse me, for my phone in my car. It was like $2. I'm like fucking sold. And they have really nice Everlast socks there, brand new, like they're not used, you can tell. They're in the
They
package and
have to be
everything.
new. I don't think they'll take
No,
underwear or socks
they
this are
they
brand in the
won't. They
bag.
won't. But I always
Yeah,
like to
bro, you want
flex
my
it.
old
They're not
underwear?
used.
Underwear? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, they were like $4, so I got a nice pack of those. Good socks, like Everlast. And then I found some pieces for my goblin costume, so that was cool. I'm more
Is that what
putting
you're doing for Halloween?
I wouldn't spoil it, but I kind of wanted to show you what I got at Ren Fair because I was gonna come in as a spoiler as a goblin, but this thing is too cool not to show you, Paul. This isn't a Thrifted find, but this is a Ren Fair find. You're gonna like this. You're gonna like this
This
a
is gonna
lot.
be part of your costume.
Oh yes, sir, it is.
So you just
So I
going as
got,
like a normal goblin then?
oh, I'm going as Paul. I'm going as a fucking witch doctor. Check this out.
Ooh,
Dope shit out. So
spooky.
I got a palindrome. You know the armor, so it's gonna
Yeah,
sit.
yeah,
I won't put it on right now,
yeah.
but pretty much a plague doctor's one. You
Oh,
know,
that's cool.
it's a big syringe. The bottle.
Yeah.
These are all glass and shit. Bandages, scissors, and then a little vial. I'm gonna fill with green goo. But I'm gonna wear
You're not
this. You
gonna
know,
put magica in it? Fucking blue goo?
I'm gonna put blue goo in
You
it.
should
I'm gonna.
put something in there though that's drinkable too, so you can get it all over your face, like a really bright color. And midway through the
Oh,
cast, you pop it open.
Oh, I'm doing the Danny DeVito because I think I'm gonna go to Ren
Ah,
Fair again this
yeah.
year. I'm doing the black. I looked up how they made it to Tim Burton, and I looked it up. The director answered it, or the stunt, or the prop master. He's like, we just mixed together a shit ton of food coloring and made it into a viscous glue, and it was all until it was all black, and we just made Danny DeVito put it in his mouth. And I was like, that's cool. It's not dangerous or anything. It's just
I
goo.
was I was uh I was thinking about taking a ton of blood capsules for
Do
my
it.
costume.
Do it.
I've been poisoned by my constituents.
Do it.
He's
Yeah.
vomiting. I don't know if I want to have a bunch of blood capsules in my stomach,
not?
though. That can't be good.
Ooh, that's gross. You don't want that shit. You can't. Well, don't swallow. Why you swallow? You're not supposed to swallow like he did, dude. He's gonna have to go to the hospital and get his stomach pumped. Jesus Christ. No, I'm going as a goblin. More specifically, I'm gonna carry around a bunch more of those syringes. That syringe they have is like metal. I'm
Yeah.
gonna get a bunch of other of those. I'm gonna carry around syringes and be like, mysterious goo is dripping out of them and shit. So I'm gonna be
Hell yeah.
I'm going full green. I'm going to full green. I'm doing the trans She-Hulk again here.
No, don't do
And that's
that.
funny. No, no, I'm gonna do full green though. That's gonna be fun. I cannot wait. But I am gonna do. I think I'm going back to Ren Fair again this year. By the way, if you want to come to Ren Fair, you should go. It's over at the end of the month. I'm gonna go get the black goo and walk
You're
around.
going again?
I think I'm gonna go again. I'm not gonna buy anything. I just want to go as the goblin and walk around with black goo and all. It's fun. People
Let's
get
do
into
it next
character.
year.
Yeah, I could. I don't know. Other people are gonna go.
Speaking of that, that's coming up fast. And I'm trying to get a schedule, but like no one's responding. And also, like, I need to figure out a costume.
Oh yeah, it is coming up quick. Well, if no one responds, we'll do it ourselves, and I'll carry the show as a goblin spewing black tar out of my mouth. It'll be good. Be a good episode. I can't wait. So yeah, Halloween's coming up. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. So yeah, I bought some pieces for my goblin costume from Savers. I got like a hood, cloak. It'll be good. You know, I'm good professional makeup. It's gonna be cool.
Hell yeah.
Spooky goblin. Anything else? I don't know. What else has been going on? Nothing new. Hey, I watched. We can just any movies this week. Cut that out real quick. I got.
Oh shit.
Ooh, I added it because I saw you added the Minecraft movie teaser, so I added some of my movies
What?
I watched.
Hold on. What? Oh man, what movies did I watch?
Well, while speaking of that, I will talk about some of the ones I watched, and boy, were they bad! And of course, Dee was the one that showed me them. So,
oh god, she was gonna hate that. Oh, I watched a movie called Incoming on Netflix. Caitlin Olsen has a small part in it. It's just a funny, like, high school party teenage kid movie. It's like an R-rated comedy or whatever. It's pretty funny. It was all right.
Play the
Give it
same
like
character, like she does
she
in everything.
she plays a mom, so not
Is
really.
What do you
three
rate
out
it?
of I give
Eight out
that
of
movie
10?
a 3 or 4 out of 10.
I don't know where you're getting these ratings from, but whatever. No, you know what I watched, Paul? And of course, Dee was the one that recommended it, so it was awful, naturally. I'm just kidding. She catches me. She's gonna watch this and get on my ass. But I watched Mr. and Mrs. Smith. You ever hear of this? with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie or some girl. You ever watch that? Mr. and Mrs. Smith.
No, I haven't. I haven't seen. I like know about it and have seen enough of it, but I haven't seen the whole thing.
Don't watch it, okay? Do yourself a favor. It is one of the worst movies I've ever watched in a long time, and it had Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, but I like Brad Pitt, but I don't like Angelina Jolie. And I was making fun of D for it. I was like, this is like totally like what's something my mom would watch. It's just trash. And she's like, all like sad. She's like pouting. And I'm like, who showed you this movie? She's like, my mom. And I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up. Exactly what I said. No. It was terrible. The action scenes were laughable. I'd give that movie a solid 2 out of 10. I did laugh a little bit because Vince Vaughn is in it, and there's a funny part where he's a hitman, and Brad Pitt comes to his house, and he's getting hunted, and his mom comes down the stairs. He's got a shotgun. He's like, Mom, I almost literally just blew your fucking head off. Why? It's wrong. Red alert! Red alert! He's like pointing a gun at his mom, and he's freaking out. So that was really funny. So Vince Vaughn, but he always kills it. Anything
Yeah.
So that sucked. So don't watch that. Next show, Paul. You ever heard of a show called Mr. In Between? You ever hear of this?
I think I've heard of it. Yeah.
You've probably seen the YouTube clip. Have you seen the YouTube clip where he's at the door and the cops, it's Australian, the cops come to the door and he's like, I don't answer questions. He's like, is there anyone here that can answer questions? And he's got the face.
No.
You ever see that? Okay, anyway. Mr. In Between's an independent TV show. It's on like Australian network, created by Scott Ryan. Scott Ryan is stars in it and writes it as well. Created the whole show. He's only been in 2 other things, and the 2 other movies he's been in, he's also wrote and directed, and they're pretty good from what I hear. But I've been enjoying Mr. In Between really good. He's essentially a hitman, Paul, in Australia, and it's kind of like him dealing with raising his daughter and finding girlfriends while also kind of being a little bit of a like he's kind of a psycho a little bit, but like a good-hearted psycho. He doesn't kill anyone that deserves.
Is he like Barry, but like not as extreme?
No, he's like extreme. Like it's brutal. It's people get shot in the face and stuff, so they don't go back on that. But it's really funny. It's funny predicaments. I really like it. I'm a huge fan of the show. Go watch Mr. In Between. Do yourself a favor. There's some really funny scenes in that movie, or that show. And I watched the first season in one night, and I'm almost done with it. So I'm having a blast watching that. It is like kind of like Barry. In the sense of the violence and the dark humor, it's kind of there, but it's a little bit almost like a kind of how would you say it? It's like egotistical in a bit. I can see it from my point of view for Scott Ryan because somehow there's always some guy like being an asshole to him. Paul, when's the last time you were in public and someone just called you fag? When's the last time that happened? Or someone parked behind you while you tried to get out and you honked and they flipped you off, you know? Shit like that happens like every episode. I'm like, is everyone in Australia a fucking asshole? Because they really portrayed it as an asshole. Every episode, some guy like knocks. One episode,
Just
some kids are walking.
You.
Yo, yeah, one episode, these 2 kids are like 20-year-olds walk by and knock the ice cream cone out of his 5-year-old daughter's hand or whatever. Who does that? And then he goes and kicks him in the nuts and is like, who does that? No one does that.
No
Every episode. I think
maybe that's how it is in Australia.
Dude, it must be. And
they were a bunch of prisoners.
Dude, honestly,
that's how it started.
Anybody in that show that's a background character is an asshole. I don't know what it is. They're either smoking meth and robbing people, or they're like just assholes. So I don't know what that is, but we're learning a lot of Australian lingo. So
yeah. Other than that, or do you have more to talk about? Movies
I got good. I'll just touch on Good Omens. I love that show. I know you said you didn't like it. Good though.
You like it?
Go watch that. Yeah,
so other than that incoming movie, 2 things I want to talk about. I've started Preacher. I am like, I don't know how many episodes we're in, but basically to kind of give you where I'm at in the first season, at least I think I'm still in the first season, is right at the end of this last episode I watched, Ken Cannon was pulling up to the church with a bunch of good old boys and a fucking bulldozer.
Oh, yeah. Did he... The Ken Cannon, that's the mayor, right? That's his... I can't quite remember. That's the mayor,
No,
right?
he's like the bald bad guy that he told him to serve God, and then he went back on his word and wants to take the land back.
Oh, yeah, he is. Yeah, he is serving God. You haven't seen it yet, but he's serving God. Trust me, the God of meat. Just wait. No, that is the boss. Yeah, that's like the mayor or something of the town.
Oh,
yeah.
The God. Oh, like it's his God. Like the God. Oh, so that's like his God he believes in is what.
Yeah, right.
Oh,
so
okay.
Just wait, dude. It's fucking weird. If you listen to PK, they kind of spoiled it the other week because Kyle talked about it. But yeah, it's gross.
I probably didn't even notice it. I know they were talking about Preacher. No, Yeah, so that's where I'm at with the show. I'm liking it so far. I wish it was just a little more fast paced, but I can tell it's starting to kind of ramp up now.
Mhm.
Um,
Are
it's
you getting
weird. It's definitely
Weird show.
weird.
Are
It's
you
like,
getting
yeah, go ahead.
any of the did they show any of the old guy, the Western guy that has to keep reliving it? Have they shown any of that yet? You would know. Clips at the beginning of the episodes.
Oh yeah, so like that's weird. So those give me like Breaking Bad vibes. Those
Mhm.
intro scenes. It's weird. I don't understand kind of what's going on yet in those.
Just
I'm
wait,
trying
dude,
to
that's my
trying
favorite
to
part of the show.
trying to remember what I does that actually tie to the story? Those flashbacks all the way to back then?
Every single thing I'm seeing will tie to the story, yeah.
Okay, what's that guy currently doing? So he was like walking somewhere,
Oh, the yeah.
but then he just went back because they were gonna beat up. Or they did he no, they were doing something horrible to a wife and making the kid watch.
Mhm.
And then he went back. And that's all I saw. I think that's the last scene I saw. Because you don't see him every episode. They're like every
Wait,
couple
yeah.
episodes or
Yep.
something.
Just wait till he comes into play. He's my favorite character. You're gonna like him too. It's gonna be cool.
Oh,
And
is
then
he
you
like still alive?
well, to watch, you gotta see the show. I don't know, I haven't
Oh,
seen
okay.
it. What about Eugene, the ass face? You like
See,
Eugene?
I don't think people made it seem like it actually looked like an asshole. It doesn't even look that
Doesn't.
bad.
No, it doesn't. Everyone like doesn't want to look at it. I'm like, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't know. Like, it
Like
looks
if
fine.
that was actually real and I knew it, like it wasn't, like if I saw someone like that and that was real, right? Because like right now it's like obviously fake. It's makeup, it's effects, whatever. I mean, yeah, sure, you'd look at him and be like, oh damn, but like you learn as a kid not to like stare at people like that. So it's like as soon as you see it, you would just kind of like what it just wouldn't bother me that much. Like, oh
Mhm.
shoot, that sucks. Like, but also
Yeah.
he shot that lady, and now that I just found out last episode, shot her and then shot himself. So
Yeah, I
fuck
didn't know you.
him.
Okay, not really. Fuck him. She was kind of being a bitch too because she shot
Oh, do you
herself
find
first.
out?
Oh, never mind. Never mind. She's bitch. I don't like her. But either way, he did kind of fuck up there a little bit too. So, but yeah,
Okay, I would probably
yeah,
uncover more of the story. But yeah,
yeah.
so I'm liking Preacher so far, slowly watching it, about an episode or two every day or every other day, into the before we go to bed.
Good. I think there's only 3 seasons, right?
Four, I believe.
Good. It's even
Yeah.
better. That has that one famous scene that I always talk about where you'll see it later on in the show where they're training this guy and he's like become the master of deception and he's doing judo and he's getting choked out and he pulls out his dick and starts masturbating and the guy goes, "Ew, what are you doing?" And he snaps the guy's neck and he's like, "Distraction, bitch," and he ends up winning or whatever.
Really?
I love that scene. That's so funny to me. Yeah.
Well,
Great
yeah,
show.
I'm kind of wondering where Eugene and Cassidy are because I know you just sent Eugene to hell,
Oh,
and
okay. He did go to hell. I didn't know he did that yet. Okay.
yeah, like,
Okay.
and I don't know where he is, and then he just got in an argument with Cassidy, and Cassidy walked into the sun, and I don't know where Cassidy is. So
Yeah. I'm trying to remember everything, but yeah, I like it.
yeah,
And one of my other shows. I'm gonna rewatch it soon.
um, but anyways, the last thing I want to talk about is a movie that is not even out yet. I want to talk about the teaser. Did you watch? It's called A Minecraft Movie. Did you watch the
I
teaser for that?
I was literally gonna do a live reaction because it's only a minute and 20 seconds. So
Okay,
talk about it. I'm gonna watch it here. It's
yeah.
only a minute.
So as we all know, the Borderlands video game movie, just flopped terribly. They even took it out of theaters. It was so bad.
Hmm.
And Jack Black was in that. I think he played Claptrap, which doesn't matter. I love Jack Black. But now he's in this A Minecraft movie, and you're telling me he's playing Steve?
Why?
They couldn't get anybody. Okay, that's not even my problem with the movie. First of all, the people who made this movie, did they even fucking play Minecraft? Because the graphics and the CGI they did looks nothing like Minecraft. Like you couldn't
Looks
get it any
really fucking
closer.
bad.
Second thing, why are the characters live? Why are they just not animated as well? Like what the fuck? Like why is it these random people? And sure, I need more context, but honestly, the art style looks like shit. The casting, whatever, kind of looks like shit. I don't know why they're just like people in the Minecraft world. That's dumb. And then again, like Jack Black is Steve. Like really, like I love Jack Black. He's funny, but really, you're gonna pick a fat guy out of shape. Where I imagine Steve is like kind of being like a little built.
He's punching trees with his fucking hands.
Yeah,
Steve fucks shit up.
exactly.
First of all, they just got Jack Black from the bus stop. They didn't even do his hair, his makeup. He
No.
just No one brushes
You
his
just
hair.
put on a fucking blue sweater and fucking black pants or whatever.
Oh, Steve, no, I can't dye my. It doesn't even look like him. Jack Black's like, yeah, I'll do it on one condition. I'm gonna just stand there and act, and I don't change anything about my appearance, and I still look like I'm an old fucking man. What is with the drag? What's going on with that?
I don't know.
Why is he pink with the hair and the beard?
Like why? I don't care about Jason Momoa, but again, like, why is he dressed up like that? Like, oh my God, if you took a screenshot of all 4 of them when they're all like together there, it's like, is this like the ultimate diversity project movie? Like,
you got it. First of all, I literally did it. You got a black lady, you got the trans fine, and then you got the, what is it, the Whoville lady over here. She looks like she's from fucking Whoville. And then you got the white kid. I mean, I'm surprised even had a white kid. Should have made him Asian. Actually, I'm mad. That should be an Asian kid, as far as I'm concerned. First of all, I hate children in movies because children cannot act. These 2 kids are going to ruin the film.
Except Macaulay Culkin.
Except Macaulay Culkin and Shia LaBeouf.
And Frankie Muniz.
And Frankie Muniz.
And
some children can act.
Yeah, some children can act.
I feel like children in TV shows can act because they have to really carry it up. These kids only have one, they have like 20 scenes they need to do and that's it. But this looks like a pile of garbage. Everyone looks like they're from a different era in this picture. The lady looks like she's from like the disco era. He just looks like he's from modern. I don't know what's going on with this. But what's going on with the CGI there? Why does the sheep look like that?
It's not even blocky, some of the stuff. It's like,
I can't believe this is real.
Yeah, so how much you want to bet that's going to bomb? Well, I don't know. Minecraft is so big, I bet you just because it's Minecraft, it's just going to get a shit ton of money. But like, whether it gets rated well, like I bet you it's going to have a fine opening box office. I think they'll make their movie back because it's just a bunch of green screens. But
no, I don't think it will. I mean, granted, Minecraft is hit its all-time player base a year ago, so it's still super relevant, even more relevant than it was 10 years ago.
Yeah,
servers were a thing. But I don't know. I think even kids nowadays are like, "What is this retarded shit? This is retarded." I think kids know. I think kids know when they're sold retarded movies. At least some of them, a certain age, It
just looks like it's going to be poorly made. But that's how I kind of thought the Super Mario Bros. Movie was going to be. And then I watched that, which, by the way, fully animated, actually was really good. The Super Mario Brothers movie with like Chris Pratt as Mario and stuff wasn't that bad. Like, it wasn't terrible.
I never saw it. I don't watch. First of all, I'm not going to see it because I don't watch kids' movies. No matter what they're about, any IP, I don't. I'm not at that age. I still feel like it's weird. I'm not there, not here yet. I'll watch nostalgic ones. It's weird. A little weird. It's like I watched Trolls 2 the other day, streaming it in Discord. I was like, why are you watching
me?
That? Yeah, I was.
No, I was not.
Maybe it was someone else.
No, it's somebody else.
Maybe see Inside Out. It's a good one. Inside Out 2.
No, I never saw those.
Those are good movies.
Anyway. But yeah, that's all I have to say about Minecraft. But we mentioned Frankie Muniz, childhood actor. Have you heard about what just happened to him recently?
What, did he get AIDS?
Did you hear about Did you hear the 911 call?
No. Damn, is it funny?
It's kind of messed up. I don't really remember it. It was like a week ago, I think I saw this, but Frankie Muniz dialed 911 to like report a domestic disturbance. So this is what I am going off a week ago waterhead brain right now. So fucking, bear with me.
Hold on. I just looked it up and it said this article is from 2011. Frankie Muniz 911 call, girlfriend going crazy.
Holy shit. Was I clickbaited? It wouldn't be the first time and it won't be the last. Even
I think you
Joe Rogan gets clickbaited.
Yeah. No, it's 2011.
Well, I've been clickbaited.
Yeah. I had to look it up because I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I can see it's trending on X though. I can see why you got it. It's on X. Like reposted like a.
Or did they just release the actual 911 call from it? Is that what happened?
Oh, maybe that's the case. But the article's very, very old.
Bro, well, I got clickbaited. It happens. Well, anyways, it was fucked up. Go look it up if you're interested. I'm not going to talk about it now.
Okay, compared to Mel Gibson wife phone calls.
Oh no, it's not that fucked up. It's literally just like what it sounds like is like Frankie Muniz like was living with his girlfriend at the time. I don't know if they're still together. Maybe it's his wife now. Mm-hmm. And it sounds like when you're rich like that, and you both work different schedules, you usually have different rooms you sleep in. Like I even knew rich kids growing up and their parents like slept in different rooms. I thought it was really weird. Like they had their own bedrooms. And he was sleeping in his bedroom when it happened, and she woke him up, and she was freaking out. I guess she was drunk, and she was throwing shit and hitting him and just freaking out. And on the call, he's like, I just need her to calm down. He's like, please, I don't want to draw any attention. I'm kind of a famous person. Like, I just want someone to tell her to calm down or have her come calm down, blah, blah, blah. And then she yells, you hit me first. Like you can hear in the background. It's basically just like them yelling back and forth. It's like your classic domestic yelling match where the lady's throwing shit and going crazy and probably hitting you. Don't really know what came of that.
Right?
Huh?
100%. It's always the ladies. Them damn ladies being crazy.
No, I mean, there are definitely bad guys out there too. But this is just, in that case, the classic story of that. I mean, this is not a classic, like, at least I don't know. Was he abusing her? Probably. I don't fucking know. Like, I take everything what I say with a grain of salt. If you want more of the story, obviously go look it up. But I don't think anything really came of it.
You have to be really, really small to get bullied by Frankie Muniz. What is he, like 5'2" or something? Or like, I don't know. I feel like any woman could have. She was probably bullying him, honestly. She'd probably tower over him.
She's like drunk and like she's slapping him and picking on him and stuff in like the kitchen. He's like, come on, just like stop, Betsy, or whatever his name is. Like, fuck off.
He's looking up. Stop, Betsy, stop.
Yeah. that cover of the first season. Yeah. But it's him as an adult.
He just gets even harder when he does that. Just boom, right in the face.
And she's like, you really think I'm gonna get upset or mad that Malcolm in the Middle is bullying me? You're little. Like she's just hammered, like making picking on him, like his significant other, like just commenting of how short he is, just ruining the relationship.
Stop, Betsy, stop. Oh god, that would be funny, actually. I could see that. And I want him on that cover on a shirt, or Dewey. I should have Malcolm on the front and Dewey on the back looking up. Bet someone makes them already.
If I wanted to get bullied by a little guy, I would have fucked an Oompa Loompa, Frankie.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. Yeah, no, well, shout out to Frankie Muniz. I hope his domestic...
I hope that's subsided. I know he's living in Arizona. I know he's living in Phoenix, Arizona now, and he's still driving Formula One, I think, for Toyota or somebody.
Don't let him drive. He's going to have a seizure and crash into a wall one of these days.
Have you seen him on Steve-O's Wild Ride when he talked about that? Was all because you know how he like never did podcasts? Yeah, he's like, no, it was all just blown out of proportion. Like it wasn't like I think it was just he did too much. Like he did like I think it was something about like he did so much in such a small amount of time when he was a kid. It was like a blur, and I can see that.
That's what he said in the interview. He said like the interview that got like everyone said he forgot it. He's like, yeah, I just kind of forget all of it, and I haven't watched it. That's what he said. He's like, I haven't watched it. I don't know the seizure. And then and after that, he probably said I have seizures. So they're like, oh, you must have forgotten.
Yeah.
It's like you got clickbait. It's very easy to rumors to spread. You know, very very easy to spread. Very bad thing. Well, a topic for you, Paul. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Good question. You like to cook? How do you cook a good steak?
I don't mind cooking. I have to be in a certain mood. How do I cook steak?
Do you have a recipe? Have any way that you like?
I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like, I was one of those cringy people that would only eat steak well done for a long time. Now I don't care if there's a bit of pink in the middle. That's how it kind of should be. It's like there should be a little pink, but not like I don't want it like some people where it's like just the outside's cooked and the whole inside's pink. Like that's not for me. I still don't mind like a well done steak as long as it's done like not only just well done, but done well correctly, because some people just burn the shit or dry out a steak. There is a way to cook a well done steak and have it be juicy and flavorful. The people that don't believe that are usually people that just love nothing but raw meat, and that's fine. Go eat a fucking cow in the field. I don't care. That's not how I eat steak. Anyways, to answer your question quickly, no, I don't really have a particular recipe I go after. It just I usually just kind of look it up at the time, or I'll just season it, or like if I'm marinating a steak, I'll cook it based on that. Usually I'm kind of a sear it on the pan, like get it real nice and seared and crispy on the outside. And then like at that time I already have the oven preheating, and then bake it in the oven and get it to like a temperature I want where like, you know, it's like medium well or something. Right. However, if it's the summer and I have the grill out, I will grill it on the charcoal grill. Obviously I do that differently. I just cook the whole fucking thing on the grill until it's done, you know?
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get some steaks.
Marinating steaks though.
Yeah, I
If
was
you
gonna
can
say,
marinate.
what do you marinate? And because I'm gonna marinate mine, but I was gonna ask if you had a good
Honestly, man, I
marinade.
just I just use red wine. I go
Red
to the
wine.
store and I buy not the cheapest red wine, like a middle of the road bottle, because I enjoy wine and I'll just drink whatever I have left over because it doesn't take much to marinate steaks. You know, you just put it in a fucking bag. Now, if you can keep it, if you can marinate them overnight, that's best. If you have to do
I'm
it
gonna
for a
do it.
couple hours beforehand cooking, you can. It just won't be like perfect. But essentially, like if you just look up how to marinate steak in red wine, it's going
Yeah,
to be
I
like
know.
put the steak in a plastic bag, dump X amount of red wine in there, or and spice it. Like I think what I did, I can't remember the exact process I took, but I definitely seasoned them as well as marinating them. So I think how that works is you marinate them first, right? After you take them out, you wiggle them, you get all the extra juices out or whatever, and then you fucking
Mhm,
then I seasoned it, which
mhm.
probably isn't is probably frowned upon. I don't know if you're supposed to marinate and season. That's what I did. I'm not like a chef. It tasted really good. It was very good steak. I've only done that a couple times. It was really good each time.
Yeah, I was gonna pick up some nice ribeyes from Whole Foods for me and D. I have my whole method: thyme, rosemary, garlic clove right on top, butter. You want it high heat, straight sear for those ribeyes, ideally like about an inch thick. And then yeah, put it 350 into the oven for about 12 minutes. Get it up to medium well, medium rare.
Yeah,
Yeah, as I got older, I'm like I want pink in it, but I want it
yeah.
just. Here's my take: I want it medium rare plus an extra 30 seconds. That's the
Okay.
perfect to me because that gets the extra
Yeah,
little crispiness. But I love pink more now as an adult. Like apples, when you look at it, sometimes I'm like, ooh, it's gross. But then I eat it and I'm like, oh, it's so much
yeah.
better. I
I
can't eat it. And I don't make fun of any people that have like well done steak, man. Whatever. It's like it's honestly less. It's easier to cook because you can just leave it on there a little longer,
yeah.
versus getting the perfect temperature. But I was just curious how you do that. I know I'm gonna marinate them, make some potatoes with
Yeah.
them.
It's medium yeah. It's medium well for me or just medium, but usually medium's the lowest I'll go, but usually like medium well. And yeah, I mean there are obviously like actual marinades you can get out there, but I don't know, man. You really just can't go wrong with just like a basic red wine and some seasoning. But
I was
that's
thinking
just
like
me. You can go there's
I
all
was thinking
types of
like
marinades.
A1 or there's a couple Chipotle
Yeah.
pepper ones I was looking at. I kind of want a little spice to it. I've been in the spicy
Yeah.
shit lately. But I kind of had like maybe you've had this with you, because you and Destiny have been together longer than me and D have. But we kind of have to have the conversation where it's like I can't eat out like every week. That shit is too expensive. I can't do it anymore. Like, and
Yeah,
we
no,
like to
dude.
eat out. We like to go on dates and stuff,
Yeah,
and then get ice cream.
Des and I go through spells. We were
Yeah.
so good for the last couple of years leading up to the house of like not ordering out. Now we're kind of like ordering out a little more often than we should be. Um, but like it comes in waves. And also like
Mhm.
that's one thing I think I'm really bad about as a boyfriend, low key, is like I feel like I don't do enough with her. Like we hang out all the time, but like we don't go. I don't like to really like go. Like I'm kind of a homebody, dude, and realize it's
Mm.
fucked up. And it's
You
like,
want to go hit karaoke with me, dude? I just went to a metal show the other night. You should have came with us. It's right
why
at
didn't you invite me?
because I honestly
It
didn't know I
goes
was
both
going. Like
ways. You think I'm just
1 hour.
supposed to know? Hey, Jack, are you going to a metal show tonight by chance? You think I'm just supposed to know that?
Oh,
Fuck
you talk
you.
about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, I went to
No.
the Jade Fountain. There's a little underground metal show. To be fair, I
Oh,
knew
that's
about it
cool.
like 2 hours before,
That's fine.
and it was
I knew
all
you probably would
female
have told me.
singers. There's a really good band. It was a native girl. She's like 5'2". I'm not even joking. She's got the guitar, and then a black guy on the drums. Dude, they're fucking good, dude. Like she was like going in. She was doing solos and wailing and shit. She's like the black guy's like twice her size, hitting the fucking drums and shit. It's good. It's a fun time. There's a couple electric cello band. A lot of them were female centric bands.
Yeah,
They still went hard. Some mosh pits and shit.
that's
I don't
cool.
know if you've ever been to Jade Brown, but I'll let you know because
No, I haven't.
don't I feel bad about that too, being a partner. I'm like, because D is such like let's get out and do something like every
Extrovert.
weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I want to, but I don't know how to instigate if that makes sense. Because I want to go out, I'm cool with that, but I don't have any plans. If that makes sense. So they fall short. But I've been going to the Flame every once in a while and just like hanging out because it's kind of chill to be there and shoot pool and stuff, other bars and
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, I just gotta be better. I mean, like we went out last week. We went to Vita Pizza. We walked around
I went to that.
Canal, and then we um just got a beer at Vita Pizza 2, came home. We were gonna
Yeah.
go back out, but then we ended up just staying in. Like we were gonna go to the bars around Superior or whatever. Um,
Thanks for the invite.
it was kind of just a two of us thing. But yeah,
Oh,
eventually,
yeah,
because both of us hadn't been out in a while. But maybe we should go bowling. There's a bowling alley near me in Superior that's all been redone. It's extremely cheap. Destiny and I really like it. Maybe you guys should come bowling sometime.
never got invited. No, I'll go bowling. I'll try. Oh, dude, I'm gonna bowl
You'll
at
get wrecked.
280. Dude, I'll
Okay.
keep talking. You don't know. I have this weird talent where sometimes I get beginner's luck. That's my talent. I have beginner's luck in every single sport. Trust me. Hockey, beginner's luck. One time I was being really good at it. Can't even skate. That's how good I was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, beginner's luck. Wait, just wait. No, I did have to kind of put the foot down, not like in a mean way, but we got Chipotle yesterday. She paid. To be fair, we swap off. She pays, I pay. Type shit. Usually she pays more often than I do, and I don't like that. But I had to be like her. I'm like, this is the last time we eat out for like a month. I was like, if you want to go eat out, you could buy your shit, but I really don't want to spend money on it. I don't want you to spend money on me either because it's too expensive.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous how much food costs now if you go eat out. So it's so much better. I'm just gonna start cooking.
Yeah, that's what sucks, right? Is like our generation used that as like a way to treat ourselves, like eating out, and it wasn't that expensive. But now it's like eating. It's like you might as well just fucking buy groceries and cook at home. Like it just
Yeah. And it's weird because I don't know if you deal with this either, but I eat like the same shit every day, which is not enough. So it's like what do you want? I don't know, scrambled eggs and a protein shake. That's it. That's all I want. Like plain scrambled eggs. Just give me those. I'm good. I'm good to go. But you know, you have to like make shit and like go out and stuff. So, um, yeah, we should go to the bar sometime.
hell yeah.
I don't even drink. I literally don't even like drinking. It's gross. To be
It
honest with you. I like
yeah.
mead. I got
Meat's
hungover
good.
once, and I'm like, I am never getting hungover ever again in my life. That was the
Dude,
worst
have
I've
you
had.
ever been blackout drunk?
No. That night when I came home, I like walked all the way home because I was drunk. I
Yeah.
remembered all of it. I 100% remember the phone call with Glenn. I was not blackout because the idea I blacked out on other drugs like Xans and shit and woken up. That's the worst feeling in the world. I never want to experience that again. And
Yeah.
I hear people, they're like, I black out like every week. And I'm like, why?
No,
Why do you
dude.
do that, dude?
There are there's only a couple occurrences where I think I was definitely blackout because those nights, it's not that I don't remember them. It's like I only remember pieces. And usually I feel like that's how you kind of know you were like blacked out. Or like, yeah, I was crossfaded a lot of those times too, or whatever, like back in the day. And it was just like, it's not a good feeling. You feel like shit the whole day the next day, no matter what you do. And eventually you start to think about like, did I do anything bad?
Yeah.
You know, like you always start to wonder, like, did I do something I don't even know about? Like, you know, and that's what you kind of are. It's scary. I don't like that feeling.
I've literally encountered people
who
are
being
like
not in control.
First of all, I don't like alcoholics, but I don't like people who are like kind of brag about it in a sense. But also,
Yeah.
I don't like I've heard people say, "Oh, don't let me go on my phone when I'm drunk," and they're serious because they'll drunk text people. Like, who does that? Just tell them how you feel, because I don't have any resentment towards people that I wouldn't say if I'm drunk. Because being drunk makes you not care. But I don't have any interest in being like drunk again. That's why I like weed so much, I think. But I will say, junior year of high school, very bad. I don't condone this either, but I was taking like Xans and pressed pills or whatever it was. I remember taking a Xan Friday night, and then Sunday I woke up in my bed fully clothed, everything on me, and like I was wet. And I was like, what happened? I'm like, what day is it? It was literally 2 days gone. So I blacked out for 2 whole days. Worst feeling ever. Because you're like, what did I do? End up doing some really embarrassing shit. So that's why I'm like not interested in getting blackout drunk ever again. It's the worst.
For instance, I wasn't even like drunk. I was just really, really buzzed that Vita Pizza night. I went and fucking shit posted on our Gutterball page and I deleted it the next day.
That was I caught that like 20 minutes when it was old. I like looked at it. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I thought I didn't know. I know someone had hacked it. I knew it was you, but I was like, is this in relevance to anything? That's so funny. I should have messaged you. I saw it was 20 minutes old at midnight. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I probably should have. What I should do is make an Instagram or an X just called Paul Drunk Shit Posts and just direct all my energy there.
didn't delete it. I think you should have kept it. I thought it was funny. I don't remember what it was. I remember laughing. I showed
It was
DM.
like fucking Lex Luthor,
Yeah, it was
Jesse
so
Eisenberg.
retarded.
And I was
You
like,
had
why
weird
did I think that
caption
was
didn't make
relevant?
sense. I swear you had a caption that didn't make sense. I was like, what does it mean?
Yeah, what
You
is
got
it?
the tags right though. All the tags were there. You in your drunk stupor, you added like 20 tags that are very relevant to the post. So good on you. That was funny as shit.
Yeah,
That's
but no,
so
I was
funny.
scrolling the next day and I'm like,
Yeah.
Lex Luthor? Wait, that's right. I posted this. And so I went on that account and deleted it.
Yeah, that's funny. I ended up going to Vita Pita the next night. I didn't even know you were there. So that's I guess you went there, but yeah, I remember seeing that. That's funny as hell. We're drunk posting, so you're one of those people. Keep your phone away from you when you're drunk. You can go shit post on Gutterball. Gonna say some. I end up saying some racist stuff.
That's terrible. No,
kidding.
I will just usually put. I think what happens is it's just I'll post random shit that doesn't make sense. They're gonna think I'm schizophrenic or having an episode or something. Like who posts that?
Jesus Christ, who does that?
Hey, I have a funny story for you that happened to me this last week. And so this last weekend, I really wasn't in a great mood because I was trying to get a lot of house projects done. But you know how like you'll go buy shit and you expect it to work a certain way and it just fucking breaks and you have to like return it? I don't know. I'll never do this again. I bought an open box tool, which I never should have done. That wasn't in a box. It's a pressure washer extender wand. So it's like you can extend it out like 18 feet and without being on a ladder can like touch the top of your house and you can like pressure wash it or like scrub the house. So I bought an open box one. I'm not going to get into it being all fucked up after I got home and I had to do a bunch of things to fix it and I still couldn't fix it and I had to return it anyways. But when I got home, since it was open box, they had left a fucking black spider security tag on it. Like, you know, the puck with the red LED and it was all wrapped around the handle of it. And I'm just like, oh, like it was from Home Depot and I had gotten home and I'm like, well, I call them and I'm like, hey, you guys left a blinking security tag on this. What's it look like? I describe it and they go, well, you can cut it off, but it's going to make a ton of racket and it won't stop, or just bring it up here and we'll take it off. And I'm like, I really don't want to drive up there. Can I just attempt to take it off on my own? And then if I can't, can you guys shut it off if I bring it there? They said, yeah, we can. So I cut the first little wire because, you know, it's like 4 wires, like 2 on each side. I'm like, it's like a bomb squad. I'm like, and then I'm like, and no noise. And I'm like, okay. So I go to the opposite corner one, click it, no noise. And I'm like, okay. So at this point, it's still attached with 1 wire on each side. So like it's still got at least, and then I go clip the other one on the other side. It just starts going off, but it's like not as loud as I thought it would be, but it's definitely annoying and it won't stop. And I'm just like, oh, fuck. Like, I don't know what to do with this. I run inside from the garage because I was in the garage when I was doing this. I grab a glass of water and I run outside. I just throw it in there. I just throw the whole security tag in the glass of water and it goes, and it just it literally did that. Like it got progressively worse for like 8 minutes. Like I was seeing bubbles come out of it until the last bubble came down until the whole thing on the inside was submerged. It was like, and I watched the LED go out like fucking like Optimus Prime's eye or whatever dude when he's getting dropped into the water. And I was just like, I guess that's how you kill those.
No, yeah. I was gonna say put it in water because I've dealt with that. One time I bought.
I just randomly thought of that. I didn't even I was like, let's submerge it in water.
It was Mary. Mary bought those whitening strips from Walmart and they put them in that security box. It's like a box though. And it has like the gray lid on top.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And somehow they let Mary leave with that. And I was like, what was and it kept going off. So I took a chisel and a hammer and I just kept hitting it until it went through the entire thing and just and stopped. And that thing was fucking loud, dude. Yeah, those things are annoying. You got to put them underwater. People try to steal shit from Target and they go off. Just put them underwater.
Because the lady on the phone was like, you can smash it and probably get it to stop that way. And I thought of water and I'm like, well, I don't really want to make a mess. Like, I didn't want to just start fucking smashing it into plastic pieces. I mean, it was a pretty big size security tag. It was like a pretty big puck.
Yeah.
But no, I just thought that was kind of funny how and it took a while to die, dude. I'm like, I'm over there working on it and I still hear it like quietly and it's like bubbling. Like it's
Starts sparking and shit in the water. You're like, what the fuck is in
yeah,
this
what
thing?
the hell?
You
Yeah, that would.
should have put it in alcohol. That probably would have fixed it. ISO. Just put it in just bath
Oh,
ISO. Melts it. That'd probably explode. You shouldn't do that. That would have been a bad idea. You know what I've been looking at, Paul? You know what I've been
what?
playing? Playing some games lately.
Yeah, I
Playing
see you.
Slime Rancher.
What do you think of that?
It's a good game. It's from my childhood. Yeah, I originally
Oh, I didn't know you played it as a kid.
no, and to be fair, it came out in 2016, but it's
I was
when
gonna
I
say,
was
I'm like, isn't
a
that
kid.
like a really new game?
No, it's good. It's a good game. I didn't even know what it was. I've been playing that lately, having a blast. It's like the only game I want to play now. But I lost your train of thought. But no,
Slime
man,
Rancher.
Slime Rancher. Yeah, I was gonna say something funnier about that. But yeah, I started playing Ground a little bit as well. Frustrating game. I kind of don't want to play it anymore. Kind of might have uninstalled it out of rage. So
You just need to come hop on and help me finish the game.
I will not play that game ever again in my entire life. It is a pile of garbage. The fully yoked edition. Have you played that? That's a new edition.
No, I haven't played it since that update. No.
Fully yoked. It's all right. It's not great. Not a
Dude,
fan,
I was trying to find those sound bites on Zedge, but they don't. But I wanted a text tone that goes, "Get yoked." Really wanted that so bad, but I couldn't find it.
That's Wim Big Snoop for sniffing. No, I love Raw Science. You didn't look on Zedge? I bet they have them on Zedge.
They have the Raw Science one, but that's like too long. Like I don't. Every time I get a text, I don't want raw science. Like,
I do. You know what mine is? It's the beginning of Jerry was a race car driver. Every single and I change it. So Snapchat, they have like a Snapchat Plus where you can change it, or if you're on Android, you can just change any text tone you want. So every time I get a snap, it doesn't make the snap; it goes bam, 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 and people are like, "How do you change that?" I'm like, "Gotta have an Android, bro." It does get a little annoying. I'm gonna be real.
Yeah,
a little much there. And Paul was before the show. I got a phone call, and it's Ghostmain Squeeze. And if you listen to that song, the beginning's all distorted, and it's like demons talking. And it's loud. It scared the fuck out of me.
Why would you want that? You're sleeping and someone calls you. You wake up, you're horrified.
Dude, Glenn will call me at like midnight because that's when we talk and shit. And dude, it'll scare the fuck out of me. It scared me early, and I was bright daylight, dude. I don't know why I do it. Originally, I had Fetch Me Their Souls, but I couldn't do that one. That scared the fuck out of me. Boom, Paul, imagine that. Fetch Me Their Souls. Middle of the night, dude. Horrifying.
You're smashing your phone with a fucking hammer on the nightstand.
Yours is the Halo theme, so it's the combat one.
Okay, cool.
Sometimes I'll start hearing the Halo theme and not even realize you're calling me. I just feel like I'm having a schizo moment, and it's like playing it in my ears.
You're like
times,
like remembering memories.
Yeah, pretty much.
What's wrong with that guy?
What the fuck? What is wrong with that dude?
I'm remembering my memories. Leave me alone. Yeah. So I literally just thought of this out of nowhere, literally right at the beginning of the show. We're gonna create a video game. It's gonna be called I Big, I Strong, and you play. It's first person, and you play as a mentally challenged, large, disabled man. Picture overalls, opie looking motherfucker, and it's gonna be a story-driven video game. Okay. And you are trying to uncover some odd things happening in your old Western town. And you wield a large piece of lumber as your weapon, or a piece of wood. And it's called I Big, I Strong. Now, if we don't go with that initial premise, it's going to be the same character, mentally disabled large man, right? With a stick, same look, same Western town. Except your goal is to murder everybody in the town. It's more of a horror game where you're the bad guy. And that it's also story-driven. Haven't really thought which direction to go. What do you think of that?
I think you're as retarded as the character you just described. We're making this up.
I am the character. No.
You're the character. I big, I strong. Okay, and you walk around as a large disabled man, retarded disabled man. You added large. You're a fat disabled guy. So how would you portray?
No, don't think fat. Think fat, but think of like just like
country strong fat guy.
An oaf, yeah, like a 6'5", like he shouldn't be that big.
Mm-hmm. And what mental defect does he have? Like, what kind of mental illness does he have? Is he autistic?
It's not going to be specified, but he's going to have like an eye that droops down. He's definitely going to have some type of speech impediment, and he's definitely going to have a lower IQ based on conversation and like
Okay,
whatever.
and can he be schizophrenic so he can just see shit pop up, and that could be the horror element of the game? You're walking around.
If you go with that second premise, if we decide to make it a horror game and not an action adventure story driven game, it would be a horror game that's story driven, and that's where you
Well,
maybe throw in some schizophrenia in there.
I immediately go to the whole Pyro TF2 thing where he thinks it's sunshines and lollipops, but he's in reality
That's
burning and
funny.
melting people. Remember that? So what if
Yeah,
he's walking around the town? He's like, oh, he's going to beat up some wolves or something or kill a wolf, but it ends up being like a 2-year-old or something. He's smashing their head
that'd
in
be
with.
horrible.
Well, that sounds like a game I'd play. We should bring. Okay, this game should focus heavily on murdering children. I think that should be our hook. What do you think about that? A horror game.
What if the opener of the game is a POV and you're tied up about to be hung in the center of town by the sheriff because you are disabled, but then someone saves you?
It'd be pretty awesome. What if you do get hung, but your mental retardation saves you from being hung? You don't need oxygen, turns out. You don't need to breathe.
Your neck was so big that
You
you
snap the whole thing. You
they
pull the
cut
thing.
you down and you're still alive and you escape.
Yeah, you run away. Maybe there's a lot you could do with this. Maybe I don't know, but I don't know if he needs to be first person. I seem like you're like losing out on a lot of gameplay aspects of that. I assume
Well,
it's a horror should be first, right?
if it's a horror game, it should definitely be first. If it's an action adventure, you could explore not being first person.
Is this a platformer? What is this? What are we going after here? What are we doing in this game? Racing
it's
game?
it's definitely like it's definitely like 3D, like not open world, but at least open, like think of Dark Souls style levels where like you're locked in certain areas until you go through. But like it's in a Western town. That's like the setting, or like a large Western town. Let's call it like a larger Western town.
How about a schizophrenic driver game? They're all over the road and swerving into people. Ah, the goddamn demons!
That's just Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, I guess if you really pretend. How about retard driver simulator? How about Asian woman driver simulator?
That's terrible. Well, that's the other topic I have is like reality or simulator games. Is it just me? Do you think that those are kind of like cash grabs? Most of them, like they're dumb.
Well,
like I know some
tycoon games, right?
Yeah. Like I know certain people that actually play them. Like I know we have former host of the show plays Pressure Washer Simulator all the time.
Yeah, James plays Supermarket Simulator all the time. He's like, I'm like, why are you offline? Because like I'm playing Supermarket Simulator and I'm embarrassed. And I'm like, good, you should be embarrassed.
Yeah, see,
those are big now, right now. Actually, those are like some of the trending games right now.
Yeah, well, you remember like the big one that did it was like Surgeon Simulator, right? That was like the big one back in the day.
That was hard though. It was a fucking hard game.
It was hard, and that one's like it was a simulator, but it was also kind of got goofy too. It had like a Saints Row style vibe. Like you could do an autopsy on an alien or some shit for like one of the bonus levels. Like that was cool, like a fun gag game. But now it's like that, there's so many like train driver simulator, truck driving simulator, fucking whatever. What kind of simulator do you want to see? I want to see, is there a bomb making simulator? Is there one that'll actually like show you how to make a bomb?
Yeah,
like with all the right ingredients and stuff?
Well, I can make a bomb. It's not that hard. You know what you need? All you need is you need a roll of toilet paper and a stick of dynamite. You can make the easiest bomb ever. Super easy. No, but really what popularized those tycoon type games, which they're a tycoon, they follow the same format, get a bunch of money, build your business, earn more money, wait a certain amount of time, keep doing that, was Roblox. Roblox started the whole tycoon shit.
Oh, yeah.
Popularized that heavy, from what I can tell.
We're like within the game, you do a certain action over and over to get money and kind of build your empire.
Yeah, they had snow shoveling one. They had washing machine simulator for some. I remember my buddy Ben Grimes would always flex. He's like, I got the VIP and chaos washers, and it's this thing where you go into washing machines and stuff, and it's so fucking dumb, dude.
Shower with your dad simulator. Do you remember that? That's a real game on Steam.
Yeah, no, I don't need to relive that. Just kidding. I'm just fucking.
Jesus Christ.
A bomb making simulator, Paul. Do you want to get arrested? Do you just want to get sent away to somewhere? Here's how to build a bomb. Here's how to cook meth. Here's a mess cooking.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a meth making. Yeah, I'm sure there's a Breaking Bad simulator.
There's a weed simulator.
Just growing cannabis.
Yeah, grow cannabis.
Oh, you sell it? You grow it, and then you're on the corner. You can get stabbed. You can get robbed. You can fucking rob.
That's not even a joke. Like,
yeah, pull up on the plug. You're about to do a sale, and you have to start running because the offending gang is pulling up, and you see an Uzi coming out the tension window.
Yeah, that's a game. That actually is what happens. They don't do that, but they'll real rob you and shit. So yeah, that's legit.
That's so fucked up.
You want a bomb maker simulator? What else do you want?
Like what's a funny simulator style game you could make?
Funny. I don't know. I might have dropped it right. Might have knocked it out of the park with the bomb making one. What else do you want to do?
There's already like firearm builder ones, like actual ones that are like real fire, like how to clean a gun, break it down, whatever. Man, what's a funny simulator other than bomb making simulator?
Oh, I got one.
Jihad school simulator. I don't know. It's kind of bomb related.
Autism simulator, Asperger's simulator.
See, that doesn't really work because it's got such a large spectrum.
How about David Byrne autism? So you're a savant at playing instruments, but you're very, very terrible in social situations. I think that'd be a fun game to play. Wouldn't it be a fun game? I don't know. I can't really think of any. I don't know.
Do you remember that game? Do you remember that game, Comedy Night?
No.
I still have that game.
360 game?
No, it's on PC. I think it's called Comedy Night. You haven't heard of that?
No, I haven't. What do you have to do? Stand up? Really terrible stand up?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's called Comedy Night. It came out 2017. I don't know if it's even big anymore, if you can find servers, but essentially you make these little characters and you just join a random chat room. And the random chat room is you're looking at the stage and people get cycled through and thrown up on stage. And whoever the leader of the room is can skip you or let you go, and you have to do stand-up comedy to everybody else. Like, everybody else has their headsets on. Like, you have to have a mic.
Yeah. It's exactly how I thought it was.
You literally just do stand-up, and then they can boo you off stage and kick you, and you throw another person up, or you can say whatever. And that game was, like, horrible. Because people just get up on stage and start yelling obscene things. And they immediately kick you off.
Well, that sounds like the worst game ever. You could just go do real stand-up and get embarrassed, you know? I got a joke for you. I go up on stage and it's the first thing I say. Apparently the R hotline is for victims only. That sucks. I was looking to get R'd. I think that'd be good, but you drop it. You know, you say the R. You know, you catch them off guard, but I was looking to get R, not doing the R-ing, right?
Yeah.
You're not the bad guy there. You're the good. You're somehow still the good guy at the end of the day. You look at it like that. Paul, you know, summer's over. It's officially over. We're just hitting September here. You know, it's about to get colder nights. Damn,
it's a bummer.
40s and 50s. Real bummer. It came and went real quick. Just like a blink of an eye kind of type shit. I think I had one of the best summers I've had in a long time, though. You know, so that's good. I'm going to have to stop doing the the Halo thing. And I will continue the show from here on out. Paul is going to go take a mental health break because he seems to be losing it. Look like the host. Look like the host from the X-Files. Look like you should be in a goddamn German, like, nuclear reactor swimming around in it. You come out. You happy with that? Do you feel good about how this is going so far?
I do. Okay. I think it's pretty funny.
I don't think it's funny at all. But I'm getting excited for Halloween. Dee said she just refuses to watch horror movies, won't watch any of them, but come October 1st, she says we can watch horror movies, so I'm going right into Conjuring, and then Sinister after that, and then Silence of the Lambs, and then Skinamarink.
You should just start her off easy, like with Scary Movie 3 or something.
That's not scary. No, we're going straight to Conjuring 2. That one's even scary. The Demon Nun Valak. I've seen those movies like 6 times, and I'll sometimes get scared of those, so think about the Demon Nun.
What about The Thing?
The Thing is like scary, but it ain't that scary. I don't know. It doesn't never scare me too much. The whole premise of it. It's a good movie. It's a great movie. She's seen it. But I'm getting really excited also to take her to some haunted attractions like the haunted hayride, the haunted ship.
I
hate you. You know what? How much time do we have left? When did we start it? Whatever. Finish the show. We got 6 minutes left. We're doing 1 hour. This is it. Show is over. It's all downhill from here. Can't even talk anymore. Nope, it's done.
57? Okay.
57. Well, another 5 minutes and then we're done. Do tech, whatever. I'm sitting here.
Why don't you just take more time talking about Slime Rancher? Why don't you just cap it off? Great episode. We're doing great.
You know what I want to talk about? I really want to talk about Tim Waltz's retarded son. I think
Stop saying that. That's fucked up. Hold on.
What?
We weren't done with the fall, okay? What I wanted to say was I'm excited. I'm mad that summer's ending, but I can't wait to wear all my sweaters and flannels.
You don't even have cool sweaters.
Oh my God. Suck. Have you seen my sweaters?
Okay. All right.
I'm striped out, homie. I got stripes, dots, all types of patterns and shit. Fuck you.
Look at this. I got the succubus sweater. Look how hot that is.
Dude, that's actually cool. Right? Where'd you get that?
I know. It's cool as hell.
Is that 444?
Jewelry, 444. Yeah, I got this for half off. $70. Original retail, 140, bitch. You
Yeah,
like
but
that?
what size is it?
It.
But what
Oh,
size?
it's triple XL because it's huge. I like huge shit though. Isn't it hot? You know, you get the hot demon. I got sweaters on sweaters on sweaters. I got a sweater that says, kill police. I got all types of stuff. It's
Good
cool, all
lord.
right? My sweaters are better
I
than
should
yours.
sell my foul play top and bottom.
I'll buy them. Oh, do you want to see mine? Oh wait, hold on.
Maybe we can make a trade.
I finished my punk pants, cross pants. Got these.
Oh, those look cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. And it's that.
Yeah.
Sick. But anyway, I will buy your top from you, or I'll trade it if you want for something. You want
Yeah, what do you got here? It's a little wheeling and dealing on the show.
I would, but I gotta
It's just
keep
a
it.
mess.
I would trade this, but I love this so much. I don't know. It's a cool piece.
Yeah, but that might not even fit me too.
It won't fit you. It's too big. It's too big for me.
But you said it's a medium?
Dude, it's like a big fucking medium, dude. Like I don't know how any world this constitutes a medium. This is like XL to me.
I wonder, it must just be that's what I hate though. It's like I get designer stuff. Oh, it's supposed to be big, it's supposed to be oversized. But why market medium? You should say, hey, our mediums are this large. Like
maybe they did when they sold it, but I mean you can see it on me. It's not great.
oh, it doesn't look terrible.
Yeah. I don't like it.
I know you don't want to, but that's like the only thing I'd really want. I don't know really what else you have, so we'll
cooler
talk
stuff
about
than
it some
you.
other time.
That's for sure. But no, I'll buy the shirt. I'll buy the jacket off you because I do like that jacket a lot, actually. And I want more foul play jackets. I have this one right here. This is a foul play one.
It's a cool jacket. I just don't like that it's like a Dickies work jacket. So it's like those jackets are not comfortable to me. Like Carhartt shit. Like I just don't like it. The canvasy stuff.
I like it. I like that type of shit. I mean, I literally have 3 foul play coats behind me. Like they're all in the background there. I love that. So I want more foul play. So down for that. Buy them. You can have this if you want. I don't know. Kidding, I want this. You can have all my Marvel stuff as long as trading stuff. You can have all those dumb Marvel posters. You can have the Hulk one too.
You already said I could have those.
I know, but you said you said you only wanted the 4, and I was like didn't want to give you the Hulk one. But you can have the Hulk one if you want to.
All right. Well, we'll talk about it. Maybe
Yeah.
we'll just do because I want to get rid of a lot of stuff I have. Maybe there's other things you might be interested in for trade.
Yeah, I've been meaning to thin out my shirts. I just put a bunch in storage because I had at least, this is no exaggeration, 40 shirts in a pile. And I was like, I only wear 10 shirts. So I got to this one's full of shirts. This one's full of shirts. The one below it is. The one below that one is.
It's all shirts?
Oh my God. All shirts and jackets. That one's mostly jackets.
What would Dexter do?
That's not that shirt. I don't know what happened to that. I think I threw that away.
Mine, they were cheap print shirts.
I had to take it off at school one time because I worked at middle school. Like WDD or WWDD, what does that mean? What would Dexter do?
Why do you got a problem with Tim Walls' son?
I didn't say I had a problem with Tim Walls' son. When did I say that?
You said that earlier. You mentioned it. You're making fun of him.
Did
I? But yeah, you're not wrong. Why are they making fun of them? Well, of course they are. It's the public. Whenever you get put in the public eye and you have anything wrong with you, even the smallest thing, someone's going to shit on it.
Hey. They gave him that Dumb and Dumber cut. No one should let him on stage, first of all. I like what Dick Matheson said about it. I like what... No, they put him up on there. They wanted that. That was bait right there. I like what Tim Masterson said about it. He goes, can we... Should we put plastic... Should we get plastic ponchos to everyone in the first 2 rows in case Tim Walt's son starts throwing shit like a Gallagher show? So I love that so much. That was the funniest shit I've ever heard. It's like, of course they're making fun of his.
Where is their podcast? It's not even on YouTube, is it?
What?
The biggest problem? It's not even on YouTube, is it?
You got to go to the live. Yeah, tomorrow, big new episode. I'm so excited, dude. Vito lost it last episode.
Do they not? They don't upload. They do not upload the live content though, because I can't find it on their channel.
You have to go to live tab. Just go to biggest
there's a
live tab, and then the Dick Show is on Spotify or
Is that like his own podcast?
Yeah, I like the Dick Show. It's really funny. Him and Sean do it. He's funny. He's got the woman alert. It's so funny. He's got a thing, woman alert, or he's got Fat Watch, and it goes, this week in Fat News. Dude, he's an asshole. He's such a dick, dude.
He's such a dick, but he's so good at playing it, and he knows the character he's playing. I guarantee you go talk to Dick, no matter who you are, he's probably generally a very nice guy. Like I wouldn't be surprised.
he said on the last cast, he's like, I'm professional at being a hater. Like, I'm a asshole. And the women alert is so funny. It plays an alert, woman alert. And it's like dumb shit women did that week. And it's so fucking funny, dude. No, Vito lost it last week on the episode. He started banning people and shit. He was losing it because he gets pissed that they keep calling him fat and stuff. And it's funny. Oinktober, Paul. I'm so excited for Oinktober. It's Oinktober. It's Vito's Fat Tober. They call it
Oh
Oinktober.
man, that's so
You like
mean.
that? No,
Poor
it's
Vito.
not. It's funny. You know, fuck Vito. Fuck Vito. All right. He deserves everything he gets from him. Okay. I love
I
it.
like Vito. He's funny.
You know how much money they're pulling in from that podcast? Easily over 100 grand a year. So they can make fun of Vito all they want.
Oh
And the
yeah,
whole
I think didn't somebody say that Vito makes, what was it? Is it 6,000 a month from that podcast?
yeah, I would
Like
say that.
Vito's cut?
Well, yeah, because I don't know if you knew this, but Dick Masterson for a really long time held the top like 10 earners on Patreon for a while, and they still clear in like, I mean, 4 grand a month on Patreon or whatever, and then plus the YouTube revenues, which they don't get because they don't do ads on their show. But the Patreon and shit's like $5 a month, and they have a lot of supporters. So yeah, they pull in a lot. But Dick just posted a picture where it's like all the views and revenues going down. But there's at the end of the day, they're both doing very, very well. Plus,
Well,
he has
I don't know about you. I've never paid for a single person's Patreon.
No, I kind of want to pay for Dick's Patreon because you get the videos of the Dick show other than the audio, and the only way to get it is to pay for it. And he does bonus content, and I heard it's worth it. But I really want to get the biggest problem bonus episodes because I miss them every month. I want to see them.
But yeah,
So,
you
like,
think about that, dude, like 6,000 a month. That's about what I take in from my job.
yeah,
Like maybe somewhere around there.
and it's just for podcasting, you know, and that's like just that one stream. It's not like he just does that. They have other sources of revenue. Um, but you know, they're really, really good. I think they're both hilarious, and I want the biggest problem to keep going. And hopefully, Vito doesn't go insane and shoot Dick in the face. It's gonna be another Maddox type situation, and we can't have that. Um, I always give at the beginning of the show, Dick asks for rhymes and problems, and I always give him a rhyme, but he never used my rhyme yet, so I'm getting pissed. One of these
do you
days,
think
give him a rhyme.
do you I mean, do you okay, this is I know of Dick Masterson but not enough, and I really like Dick Masterson from what I've seen.
Mhm.
Do you think that like because he's playing that toxic style personality on air, do you think that sometimes bleeds into who he is as an actual person and it pushes people away? I mean, aside from Maddox, do you think that like eventually Dick is gonna make Vito like resent him and hate him, or do you think
That's what everyone says.
or do you think like off air? And I don't even watch the show. Or do you think off air Dick has talked to Vito? I don't know, man. It just seems to me like eventually Vito's gonna explode unless this isn't an act of some sort.
That's what
But
everyone says, and it has been ramping up. Vito did lose it last episode, but I think he eventually calmed down a little more. But yes, Dick is an asshole, but he is playing the bit too. I think they're actually at heart good friends at the end of the day. Um, but I could see where you're coming from with Maddox, but Maddox is an actual psychopath, so that I
yeah.
don't think that's on Dick. He's a legitimate psycho.
Well, no, he
If
went and did some crazy shit that like
if
not a normal person does.
if it does come down to the same shit that happens with Maddox with Vito, then Dick's a common outlier, and it's definitely him. But I don't think so. I think it's a most 99% of it's a bit. And he did say it not too long ago that he is an asshole. And yes, you even said you're like, oh my god, when he does fat watch or woman alert, it's very offensive. Like it's not like nice shit, but it's funny and it's somehow lighthearted. And if you don't take it seriously, it's funnier. You know, everyone's I don't hate women, but it's funny when he has a bit of women being stupid. It's funny, and I like the alerts and stuff. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think he is an asshole, but I
I
really do
think
like.
it is a from what I've seen, I think it's a really good, well-structured, high-paced show with really well thought out production for just a podcast on the internet, but also has like really good like sound bites and sections and like different topic things. I think they're really good at that. Like we could be like that. It just requires effort. Like I was literally thinking about this today, Ruby. If I were to just throw 2 chairs in that corner and we set up my camera, we could have a studio starting tomorrow. But the thing is like, I don't want to do that yet. Like, I'm not comfortable with that yet until I kind of get things the way I want. And, you know, like, but that's all we really need. We just need to buy 2 nice matching chairs to start or some type of seating, maybe a table in the middle. That's it. We already have the camera. The computer's right here. Let's wire it up. Let it run. You know, we do need a mic set up and whatever too, but that's, you know, whatever.
And yeah, there's a lot more you could do in person. I do want some sound bits and stuff, but we already are starting. I could tell ramping that up more, especially when I make you sing for Paul's movie talk. Oh, that type of shit. So I think
Yeah.
we're getting a little more bits and stuff. They have more bits and stuff that I like. I love the call to prayer bit. So give me a call to prayer on Pokemon cards. Pokemon cards are his rum, and it's like some Indian guy. Oh, wow. He's praying in the background. I love that type of shit. It's funny. Or Oinktober. That's a good bit. Oinktober. Or DeVito, the gay team guy. We need like that type of
That
shit.
was so funny.
Oh, that gay team guy. He gets so fucking upset.
How
Yeah,
about,
he rules.
is this terrible if we have like a Ruby trans meter, like how trans is Ruby feeling, and it's like a big colorful wheel and you have to spin it?
So fucking funny. If you can think out that bit,
Something
I'm
like that.
so down to do that. I think the trans edge is like the funniest thing because I can piss off a lot of people really fast with that. I think it'd be really funny. I think I need to be the asshole, if anything. That needs to happen more. I lost my train of thought, but there's a lot of bits I want to do. A lot of things. Chef Fi is gonna make a return at some point as soon as I can get some certain things that I need to do Chef Fi. You know, it's gonna be great. You're gonna like this.
I think what you should do is take a 50-50 shot at putting a fork in a live toaster while you're
Why? See, that's you. That's your type of humor. You're like, here's Paul. Here's Paul's humor for me. Like he thinks this shit's hilarious. He's like, all right, imagine you, right? You're doing this. Imagine you doing the dumbest shit ever. That's either gonna get you arrested or seriously injured. That's fucking hilarious, bro. Go do it. You go do it. You go put the fork in the toaster. I don't want to do that. Paul's like, you know what you should do? You should put a firework in a cake and explode it in your face. Do it in your home, you psycho. I'm not doing that here.
We should try finding a free couch, and for the first in-person episode, I'm gonna fucking put a really long fuse to like a half mortar dynamite stick on your couch cushion. And then you're gonna be like, what's this weird wire thing? And as you're holding it, I light it in your hand, and it goes.
I'm gonna be like that. I'm gonna be like that Ugandan, like the fucking what was that? That girl, that Olympic runner that got burned by her husband. You didn't hear about this?
No.
Ugandan. Oh my god, dude, it's brutal. This female runner from the Olympics got set on fire by her husband, and she just passed away the other day. Yeah, like set on fire. So that's brutal. You know, that's not cool.
That's terrible.
So I would kind of talk about other podcasts. I kind of think I'm done for PKA for a little bit. I just can't take the base comments from Taylor. Taylor's a pro-life weirdo, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm not like a huge fan.
Whoa. Taylor's been bothering you?
Yeah, Taylor's been bothering. Well, the last before Vito, the last episode, he spent the last like 20 minutes talking about how he's pro-life and he don't think.
Well, it's because he changed his mind, like Kyle and Woody now. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to listen to it. Just his base comments, and he's very transphobic as well. Some of the things he says about trans people is very
yeah, he's not really cool. He's not really cool with that.
I think he's very transphobic and pro-life, and I don't want to listen to it. The last one I listened to is with Vito because I like Vito and he's funny. But other than that, I'm not going to listen to PK anymore.
I feel like he's not transphobic though. If you so like Fenster, for instance, isn't trans, right?
But sometimes, yeah, they technically are though.
But they get along. Is it because Fenster is just popular, or is it because Fenster doesn't necessarily say he's trans but dresses like a girl?
Well, no, they are trans, but again, you can get along with them for a 4-hour episode and not be an asshole. That's not that hard. I mean, you've had to interact with people you don't like, and you're not an asshole to them. You're just like, oh, I'm not going to say how I feel about them. Yeah. But he's made his feelings clear, and I don't want to listen to that because it's just cringe. I could let it slide, but
damn, Taylor's the funniest to me on the show, but that shit, I don't know. Like, there are certain, I've watched PKA so long now that I can tell where there's like a section coming up that I don't care about. I don't really skip sections. There was maybe 1 or 2 episodes where I was like, I don't want to listen to them talk about Warhammer again for 30 fucking minutes because I don't care about Warhammer. But, but like that shit, it's like now when I'm listening to it, PKA is always in the background for me now. Like I'm usually not actively listening. Like it's why while I'm working out or while I'm working, it's on quietly or something. And it's like if there's something like that comes up, that I just will tune it out almost. Like I just don't even like. I definitely remember what you're talking about recently with Taylor, but like I tuned it out so much. All I know is he's like, yep, he changed to pro-life later in life. He wasn't like that before. blah blah blah. But see, to me, that shit doesn't bother. I don't know. That shit doesn't really bother me because I don't
It
care
doesn't.
what their opinion
I
is.
like I like what everyone's opinion is and stuff, and I have no problem with them expressing their opinion, but I don't need to listen to them express their opinion when I don't have to, if that makes sense. I don't need to listen to it. And I don't
Yeah.
want to going on. But also it's hard to he was the one you could relate to most because he actually goes to the grocery store. Kyle and Woody have not gone to the grocery store in years. Kyle doesn't leave his house, and it just I like them. They're all millionaires. They don't have to do anything. The show has been dead for years. There's nothing more that it can offer to me.
I
Except for
think
when Vito and Dick come on. When Vito and Dick come on and Hutch, because the reason why that Dick and Hutch episode did so good is because Dick and Hutch are funny and they're combative towards each other.
they
If you
hate each
just
other.
took
They have
away,
opposing views.
if you took away the three O's of PKA and just had them come on, it'd do better than PKA would ever done.
Think
It's
so?
like,
Where do
my
you
opinion,
think? Where do you think? Around what time do you think PK started to fail? I think it was somewhere shortly after when Kyle got out of prison.
I don't know. It's hard to say because if you think about it, I joined it very, very late. Like within like the 550s episodes is when I started to consistently
Yeah,
watch
that's
it.
right.
So I joined. I'm like
I've
not
been
the
watching
demographic.
it
How did
since
I
like
join it?
380 something.
That's a long time. And I watch a lot of the older episodes. I would probably say generously I listened to over 100 episodes of PKA because I listened to a lot of the old banger ones that he
Yeah,
reviews. Um, So it's hard to say if they really fell off at all, if they're getting new fans like me. There is a large trans community that does enjoy it too. Finster brought in a lot of them. I know quite a few trans people that have messaged me on Discord. They're like, because my Spotify will show, like, you listen to PKN? And they're like, oh, I listen to it too. And they're like, oh, interesting. But I think they dropped off really hard when Kyle went to prison because
I think it
before
was
that,
after. I think it
or
was
excuse
like
me, after. My bad.
yeah. I think it was like a half a year after the episodes. Just I don't know. And the
Well,
guests lately haven't been.
they've been
Moving on.
repetitive. I do like Vito and Dick when they come on. I'll always watch those because
I don't
I
mind
support
repeat
them.
guests as long as they're good guests,
Oompa
I
Loompa
mean,
is not a good
we
guess.
hey, we shouldn't be talking though. I think this is the longest stint we haven't had guests since we started the show.
Yeah, we're working on it. Depression sucks, man.
No, it's cool.
Uh, no, I'm just not. I think really where it stopped was when Woody retired, and there's no daily updates on what they're doing in their life, because that's what people want to hear mostly. I think you kind of want to hear what they're doing, especially if Kyle's working on a new gun project back in the day, like he would. Now he's not, and then once he got back from prison, that brought in a whole like nostalgic resurgence of it, but it only lasts for so long when he's done with prison stories and he hasn't talked about prison, which maybe he made that all up. Don't know. Get Snow on there. Bring Snow on the podcast. What's Snow doing? Message him. I don't know.
Yeah, isn't it kind of weird how Kyle just it seems like he doesn't do anything, but again, we only see him for that snippet of 4 hours a week. But it just seems like outside of his like he just doesn't really do anything.
He's in the Discord all the time, and people on Reddit will say that he's in there for like 8 hours a day, 10 hours a day. Like the Discord that they have, so they can see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So I mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
matter. Do whatever they want. Don't like it, not gonna watch it. Trash. That's all I
Hey,
say.
I want to hear why you don't shop local. Let's end it up with that.
Local Paul. Well, because D's big thing is like, oh, let's go to the local bookstore and not Barnes and Noble. I'm like, that's fine. I'll take you wherever you want. It's the prices. Everything is like $10 more than it should be. It's actually fucking kind
It's
of
the only way
absurd.
they can make money to compete with big box stores that have things
Exactly.
manufactured in bulk,
And yes, that's a shame. It's a damn shame that they have to up their prices and shit. But I'm not gonna go and buy a book at the local shop for 30 when I know Barnes and Noble has it for 15. That's just retarded. I'm sorry. I'm gonna go look at. I want the cheapest of what I can. And if the big box is going to give me that, I'm going to get it because I'm not in a financial position where I can be picky in where I shop. Dee likes to. She used to go to the local kitchen shops, and I'll go with her. But I see some on the shelf, and I'm like, Walmart has that for like $10 cheaper. I'm going to go to Walmart instead. And if
So,
that makes me a bad person, it does. I don't really give a fuck, to be honest.
I agree with you. I respect your opinion. I mean, like, I agree, like, with your standpoint. I understand that. So here's how I look at local business. I try to support it whenever I can. But does that mean when I am maybe pinching for money or, I don't have a lot of money, does that mean I'm going to go out of my way to support a local business? Not necessarily, because, when in doubt, right? You worry about your own backyard first before your neighbors, like that saying kind of deal, right? And so I do think it's it's a shame, that they have to charge those. I mean, it sucks that to charge those prices. It's the only way for them to make money, whatever. But I do think it's really important to support local, whatever it is. I just think people shouldn't have to necessarily go out of their way to do it. Just do a good effort. Like, oh, I don't know, books, stuff like that. Like, oh, I want to get a collectible video game statue. Well, before you do that, why don't you go to like a local thrift store, not like a Savers, but like a local mom and pop's antique shop or thrift store or something, and go look for, something there. I don't know. That's just a really bad example, but you know what I'm talking about is like when you have the money, go ahead and support local when you can, if you think it's worth it, even that extra little bit of money. But don't go out of your way to like ruin your wallet. You know what I'm saying? There's this little tiny gnat in my basement here, and it's driving me insane.
Hit the mic on it.
It keeps fucking flying around.
Also, thing for me is if you consider Collectors Connection a local business, but I think it is. I don't think it's like a chain or anything. There definitely are more, but I think it's only really in Duluth and stuff and Superior. But if the customer service is shit, that's gonna not make me shop there.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I walk into your local shop and your local shop is it's small. Most of those bookshops, and you don't say, "Hey, how are you doing?" I'm kind of like, do you want me to buy shit here? Because I'm not now. That goes a long way. If I walk into your shop and you say, "Hey, what's up? What are you after?" But I walked in the Collectors Connection, those nerds behind the counter didn't say shit, and they're very shitty customer service.
They're all introverts.
They are
the only people that can get to work there. Yeah,
and I'm very, very compared to them, I'm extremely extroverted. But I walked into Collectors Connection, and there was like Magic Day, and I'm like, I kind of want to sit down and ask them how they play this shit, because I don't know. I like those. Those are my type of people, because they'll tell you, but they're like weirdos, like in the sense that they don't know how to communicate right.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I walk
they can often come off as assholes because they know about it and you don't. Yeah, and they don't try to because they're not socially aware.
At least they're in the community doing something, though, I guess.
Yeah.
So, I will say the bookstore I went to next to Fitger's customer service is good.
Yeah. Nice. I understand you, but I understand your perspective. And I think like when you get older and get a little bit more money in your pockets, you'll start to be like, okay, yeah, it is important. We support small business when I can. But, like, again, don't like ruin your financial state over it, or go out of your way. Right. So that brings me into what I wanted to wrap the show up with was tied to that is, local video game stores, or local anything, toys, collectors, any type of mom and pop business, usually like collectibles and stuff is what I like, or video games, whatever. I've been going to Games Then and Now in Superior. Have you been there on Tower?
Yeah, I have. I went there actually the week it opened.
Like the small one, right?
No, I went to the big one that has a balcony in it. Maybe that's not even there anymore.
That's not Games Then and Now. That is what do they call that place? Level Up, I think.
Yeah, that place.
Is that where you went?
Yeah, definitely. Whenever it opened, because it opened recently, I remember, or a couple of years ago. But yeah, you went to Games Then and Now. How was that? Pricey?
Well, hold on, I'm trying to figure out what the name is. It Level? Yeah, so it's Level Up. So it's funny. I went to Level Up first. This is how I found out about Games Then and Now. About a month ago, I needed some Xbox 360 discs cleaned, and I heard that Level Up could do it. So I go to Level Up, that big place, and it was booming that day. And I think it's because everybody had like what seemed like Dungeons and Dragons tables going on. And it looks like people were like selling their full set. It was like a sale day or trading day. So people had magic cards, everything from like Dungeons and Dragons characters to like actual environments built. And I was like, okay, this is odd. And obviously it stunk in there. And there's a bunch of fucking fat dudes, like the crowd, like whatever. So I go in there, I asked them, do you clean dishes? She's like, oh, no, sorry, but Games Then and Now just up the road does. I'm like, okay, thank you. But I looked around in there, and they're more like board games, collectible cards, maybe the occasional video game memorabilia, such as statues or whatever you can buy. But that's like it. I think they make a lot of their money off like tournaments and or whatever they host and shit there. That's what Level Up's for. But still, I go to Games Then and Now, and I got there. It was 11:50 a.m. and I got there and it was closed. It didn't open until noon. So I waited for 10 minutes and there were me and like 3 other people waiting. I go in. I don't rush the cashier immediately, to get my games cleaned. I just looked around for a bit because she had just
10 minutes.
Yeah. And even then she was like kind of rude. I think it was the lady that owns it and then her husband runs it. And I was dealing with the husband at first. He was going to clean the discs and whatever. And he did that in the back. It takes a while. But then as like things got less flustered, she seemed nice, but like that's what I was kind of running into. It's like, do I really want to buy shit here if you're going to be kind of like a bitch? But no, she ended up being like really nice. I just think she was flustered at the time with like everybody coming in and whatever. And but no, I don't really know where I was going to go with this except they have a lot of stuff there as far as collectible old video games and most of it's reasonable. Like, for instance, they have you heard of Spider-Man Edge of Time for
Hmm.
Xbox 360 and Wii? They
Yeah, I
have it
played
for 360 for $75, which is a fair deal considering it goes for about 100 online in most places.
Yeah, that came after that came out after Web of Shadows, I'm
I think
pretty sure.
I think it was like the last one they made for 360.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Um,
No, I'll definitely go check out those shops. I do see that GameStop is now selling old games now.
I
They
see
have
they're doing that. Is
retro.
that like a whole new shop or are they actually bringing in a
It's
new section into each
it's
GameStop?
so I've seen the actual GameStop pop culture. So I've been to the Mall of America. They have one of those. I was talking about it
Oh,
last
they
week.
do?
Yeah. So it said GameStop pop culture. They had about 50 games in there, and then the other side was a bunch of Funkos and other garbage. Funko Pop suck. But GameStop retros are going to start appearing now, and I think they're going to replace GameStop entirely, and they're going to sell everything now from anything old, any old game, NES, Super Nintendo to
Yeah.
360, PS3, and then to modern. And I looked online at their prices, and they weren't super bad, Paul. Like online, like a Wii is like $80. It's not that
They
bad.
aren't bad. That's not bad. Can I raise my
No,
hand here quick though?
yeah,
Why did GameStop
stop doing
stop
that.
stop
Yeah,
buying that stuff? Why did they stop in the first place? To me,
I don't know.
This is what happened to GameStop to me. They went from having a pretty good sale model, having bins of old games for reasonable prices, collectibles you could buy. Oh, Jim last week came in and traded in his Game Boy Advance to go towards an Xbox and gave the money and bought an Xbox. You can buy his Game Boy Advance for a reasonable price. Like, I like that shit. Or
Hmm.
like, it would be like random bundles too. It's not like GameStop would go out of their way to bundle shit. It would be like somebody brought in their whole collection for their fucking N64 and you could buy that all together, you know? And it was
Hmm.
reasonable. Why they stopped doing that, I don't know. But what they ended up doing, Ruby, is they ended up filling their stores with junk memorabilia for games, t-shirts, crappy lamps, statues,
Hmm.
fucking hats, backpacks, wallets. They became almost a hot topic, but for video games. And they turned into a gas station where they don't make really any money on those video games you're buying physically, but they're expecting you to buy a wallet, a funny graphic tee of a Minecraft pig, just random shit. Almost like a movie theater, how they make all the money off the concessions. They were kind of turning into that, where like a gas station makes no money off gas, they only make money off like kind of their concessions. Why did they go away from that though to begin with? Like it just doesn't make sense to me why they didn't just keep selling old school shit.
I think I think what happened, and a lot of it is, well, first
Because
of all,
is it because
a
it
lot
died off for a while or what?
well, it no, I think it ramped up more. The price of those used games went up, and then no one was trading them into GameStop, thus selling it back. Because the
That
whole
makes sense.
that meme of, oh, let's go to
GameStop
GameStop.
gives you shit.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get into 100 games and you get 13 cents. That ruined them because everyone was like, well, I'm never going. I mean, I saw those memes and I'm like, oh, I'm not going to bring these to GameStops. Fuck it. I'll sell them on Facebook Marketplace and get what they're worth, get an extra $10 or whatever,
Yeah.
even more. Um, and that killed them because GameStop started having to sell everything higher prices. And I think also with game licenses and stuff, they weren't getting as much return from the game companies for carrying their games and
That
selling
makes
it. And
sense.
people weren't doing that either because
Yeah, that's some
the
deep
the
thinking there.
the physical media has taken a huge hit in the last like 10 years and nobody's buying it. They're all online. Like if with the online sales, they can't compete with the online sales. Oftentimes I'll see a game on Steam and I'll wait a week or whatever. Oh, look out, when's it going on sale? I'll just buy it on sale. Cool, it's digital. That sucks, but whatever. I got it for literally $20 cheaper, and nobody wants physical. That was the issue. These kids growing up now, they don't give a fuck about physical. The only
Yeah,
people buying it are older guys. But again, they're
like
just
me.
finding better deals online and shit. Yeah, that's what I see it happened to fall at GameStop. And they did close a shit ton of locations. I feel like there's like half of GameStops as there were when we were a kid. Um, I just felt like going there as a kid was like the only place you could go to get like a new game. That or Walmart, right? You'd always get it at Walmart too.
Hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
but
you're
yeah,
right.
physical media will not ever make a comeback. It's in terms of printing it, like newer stuff. The older stuff is a huge comeback right now
Yeah,
because they're not printing new stuff anymore, and people want the nostalgic factor. The old people do. Kids don't care about it, and plus, companies don't want to spend money printing physical media anymore. They just don't want to. It's often like you see collector's editions and stuff. Sometimes like new collector's editions that have come out don't even have the fucking game in them. It's like, oh, we
yeah,
get the
it's so
code.
weird. You get the
Like
code.
even with if you buy the PS5 with God of War Ragnarok, you don't even get the game in it. You just get the code. It's like, why don't I get the physical game? It's so cheesy to me. Whatever happened to game manuals? Remember game manuals?
I can see it from the aspect of less waste, right? Oh, less shit in the world that needs to be manufactured, less pollution, whatever. But it's like, I don't know. I like physical media. I'm one of those old people that, likes it. But no, really good points. And that makes, a ton of sense, like what you said of like, what's happened. But yeah, I still remember it to this day. I was over at my best friend Ivan's house. We were younger, and I have yet to have Ivan on the show. I think he'd be a great guest, but I was over at Ivan's house and he wanted to get a new Xbox 360 game. And his dad's like, well, we got to go trade in all your old original Xbox games. And he's like, I'm not buying you a brand new $60 game. Like, I'll put some money towards it. So I think we counted it, dude. I think he had like 40 to 50 original Xbox games. The majority of them all complete with like the manual, the case, and there weren't any out of the case. There were maybe a few missing manuals. We bring that stack in, dude. They offered us it was like $31 or no, it was like 20 something dollars or 30 something dollars and some change for those like 40, 50 games. I think it might even have been more than that. It might have been like 60 games. So he literally got like half the amount of money for an actual 360 game brand new. Isn't that fucking absurd?
Did he trade it in?
Yeah, he fucking said yeah, and he did it. And I look back at that day, and it's like I should have told him fucking no.
I've done that too. I brought in my 360 and traded a bunch of 360 games, and I ironically ended up buying them all again. And I feel so bad about that.
Like one thing I think of to this day, I haven't talked to him about it, but I've seen him since. A good friend of mine growing up, Alex Holmstrom. Do you remember him?
Mm-mm.
Alex, shout out to you, man. I know it's been a minute. Randomly one day at like the end of like 3rd grade or 4th grade on the bus, I just gave him my whole Pokemon collection. One day I just decided I was done. I didn't want them anymore. I didn't care for the games. I grew out of it, and I gave him all those cards, a few of which were like EX cards that were like holos and were like actually kind of worth a bit of money at the time and are probably worth a lot now. And I'll never forget that, because it's like, why did I do that? Why did I sell my original Xbox 360 I had? Why did I trade that to get a freaking PS3?
I got another cringy thing like that too. I gave away like all my Lego accessories and guns to this kid because at the time we were doing stop motion in school. Like things I want to make a stop motion Lego. Do you have guns I can use? And I gave him like all my guns and accessories, especially the Halo ones. And I think about that a lot. Jacob Horton, honestly, dude, go fuck yourself, to be honest. Go to hell. That's all I gotta say about him. He hit on Mary one time, so but yeah, I really regret doing that. Jake Horton. Fuck that kid. He's in Florida. Do whatever, I don't care.
Well, that's kind of all I got for you, bud, unless you got anything else you want to talk about.
No, I don't got nothing. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment. Just end the show. Just shut off the show. No, I'm just kidding. No, that's all I have. Yeah, that's all I got. I don't know what else to say there. I really appreciate you watching thus far. I know Gutterball has been on a bit of a downturn. I am working on stuff. Life just gets in the way, man. Feelings get in the way. Relationships get in the way, but there's never enough time to do what you want. I'll let Paul take it from here, and he can keep doing his faces. And thanks for watching thus far.
You don't want to do the outro?
I'll do the outro.
Flip flop it.
I can't do the Gutterball thing because my throat really does hurt right now.
So how about I do it? I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll do the outro. Yeah, he's got a bad throat, ladies and gentlemen. So I gotta take the reins here. Thank you so much, everybody, for watching. Reiterate everything Ruby said. Drop a like. We don't have any ways for you guys to donate to us or anything, and I doubt anybody would. But drop a like, drop a comment, drop a subscription. That is as good as gold to us. That is as good as gold, especially those likes and comments. Keep them coming. Likes and comments. Tell a friend or a family member. That's also really gold, too. That's some gold right there. Thank you so much, everybody. Have a great rest of your weekend. That was Gutterball 116. Have a great weekend. Whoa!